Hello, hello, hello. What's up, my money bars? As you can see, there's something on my head. Now you might be wondering, is Nasan Money Baller finally turning Muslim? No. No. That's how we do rag on. Now, what I'm about to show you might be very shocking. You might be like, oh my god, I can't believe he shaved off all his hair. You might be like, oh my god, I cannot believe he actually shaved off all his hair. But anyway. Alright. As you can see, hair is back retwisted. We officially had one video where I was freaking afroed up, and now we're back to the twists. Honestly, I don't think maybe the camera does do it justice. Maybe that's just how it looks. But I still have to get the sides cut, so that's why that explains why it looks a little not entirely. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go out here making excuses. Because I mean, it is what it is, and I like it. So, yeah, just went back to the homeland for a couple days. That was chill. I had some very interesting experiences, although I will not delve into too deeply because I mean it's none of your business. But I mean, I'm back to Boston around 5. And honestly, I've just been like relaxing. I've been relaxing since I came back. Over the weekend, I linked up with some friends of mine. Got under the influence. You might be wondering, didn't how many ballers smoke marijuana? Yes. Yes, I did. Now hold on. I know some of you in the audience might have just been jumping out of your seat for that. You might have just stood straight up out of your chair in reaction to what I just said. Granted, let me explain the situation. One of my friends had weed. He was like, "Hey," he was like, "We could smoke." I was like, "We could smoke," and I analyzed all the factors in my life. I analyzed everything, and I was like, okay, well, why did I want to stop smoking weed in the first place? It was a bad habit. It was keeping me unfocused from the things I really wanted to do in a larger sense in life, and like that was like the main thing. And I would choose that and choose to seek out getting high instead of actually choosing to seek out the things that I want to be doing just in general. And I was like, well, we're already on the lit off some Mike's Hard Lemonade, some Twisted Teas, you know what I mean? Some peach Twisted Teas, you know what I mean? I was like, fuck it. And so, this is what, how do you say? You know, like when the president like can pardon a criminal? This is sort of like that. This is sort of exactly like that. So, yeah, but I'm back now, and I was watching YouTube. Earlier today as well. I was actually just watching YouTube just now, but then I was like, all right, this is enough. This is enough. Now that I'm back in Boston, got a lot of stuff I gotta get back into. Now it's the time of action, you know what I mean? With creating content instead of consuming it. That's what the new rhythm has to become. I have to get actually into that because, as you know, I mean, besides this YouTube channel, I don't really do a whole lot of content, but I have had some really good ideas for what kind of content I do want to be making, so that'll be lit. I'm excited for that, for real. And also, my other video. Interesting. Yeah, the other video I made, like the new era video, that started popping off out of nowhere. And honestly, that's pretty fire. I rock with that. Like I was saying, dang, I got 14 subscribers. Holy cow. But yeah, 67 views, or 63 views in 7 days. That's when I was popular video out of nowhere. I wonder what made that so popular. I mean, who knows, man. But okay. I was saying that I wanted to move into the next space of like actually creating content instead of just consuming it, right? So what does that entail? As you know, I'm in a school for that teaches you how to like make viral content, right? And I also have a clothing brand, albeit not super popular yet. Not super popular, emphasis on yet, because I mean I know it's going to be big as long as I consistently put work into it, right? So the biggest thing for me now is, because all right, here's the dilemma. Way back when, like probably the start of junior year, I was like doing a lot of like I was watching a lot of videos on drop shipping and like how that could be a good method to like make money or whatever, right? And honestly, I still think it is. And I'm like, okay, I could do this, or yeah, it's like I'm conflicted exactly what I want to do, because you know, I'm why am I tripping? I want to become a clothing brand, and I also make music as well. Granted, I have not started marketing either of these things. Now, I mean, honestly, yeah. I mean, when I put it like that, it's like, am I gonna do music, clothing, or dropshipping? It's like, bro, I would much rather do something that's like my own rather than marketing just some Chinese product. Albeit the clothing I make is actually gonna be a Chinese product. So either way, we're gonna be marketing some Chinese products. The only thing that is not a Chinese product is my music. I was gonna start trying to speak Chinese, but I'm not that offensive type of timing. You know what I mean? Everybody love everybody is my motto. But yeah, the biggest thing for me right now, yeah, I mean, okay, I don't really know if that resolves it per se, but I definitely would be happier and more passionate making content for something that I see as mine. And when I see like the engagement on the Nasan Baller channel, like I just checked and I have 14 subscribers. I'm like, shit. Like that makes me more motivated to come in here and make this video, because I also saw when I was watching YouTube on my laptop, this shit had like 60 something views. I was like, golly. What other kind of videos can I make? And that gets me into the headspace where it's like, oh shit, like I could actually, if I start making videos that are more like targeted and more like topic based instead of me just talking, then I could actually build up a real audience. All I have to do is learn the native language of YouTube and how to make viral content on here, as well as making viral content on TikTok and Instagram Reels before they fucking ban TikTok, because the government doesn't want you to hear about what's going on in Israel, which is kind of weird. Kind of weird that they're doing that. I don't know, kind of weird. Kind of weird is an understatement. But anyway, yeah, if I do that, I could build up a real fan base around content I produce. I could become this content creator that I am longing to be. Drink the rain from your pretty pink face. Granted, I also did not write any songs while I was in New York or like on the way there. The bus rides were crazy. Like honestly, like riding the bus is like cool, I guess. Actually, not really. I guess I think everybody that like usually, not everybody, I don't even know what I'm saying right now, but a lot of people sleep on the bus, and like me, on the way like there and back, like I would sleep for like maybe an hour and a half, and I would just wake up in a mad uncomfortable position. I'm like, I try to go back to sleep, I can't, and it's like, all right, I'm just like, you know, listening to a podcast or just like whatever. It's a weird time, but I know you gotta start somewhere, and you gotta ride the bus before you can ride the jet, if you know what I mean. But probably in like 10 years, there's not gonna be any more jets. It's gonna be like, guys, we can't even ride planes anymore. The climate is too fucked up. I'm gonna be like, fuck. I'm gonna be like, can we take boats? And be like, no, there's too many storms. So I'm gonna be like, so where can I go? They're gonna be like, you stay on North America. Oh my god. Let me not say that, bro. Let me not say that. Inshallah, does it not fucking happen? Because what the fuck? But yeah, definitely very happy about the progress that that one video has made, the new era video. And I'm not gonna like be expecting that kind of traction on just like all my other videos. But definitely once I start making like want to start making these videos that are more targeted. I mean, I can't just keep talking about it. That's the big thing. Like, I just realized, like, talking about it. It's like, this is something that I learned from a YouTube video that I watched, ironically. Albeit I'm trying, like, given that I'm trying to stop watching YouTube. Dang, I'm over here tripping. But it was saying that. Oh my god. The video is saying that talking about the things that you want to do, or like your goals, or just like your plans to the future, or whatever, saying like, oh, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, I'm gonna start a clothing brand, I'm going to start a yada yada yada, right? That gives you like a rush of dopamine, because you imagining it so vividly and expressing that outwards is like almost the same thing as like you actually doing it yourself, right? But the real work like actually comes with actually doing it. So it's like, I just want to focus more on actually doing the shit that I want to be doing, you know what I mean? So I mean, yeah. And yeah, it doesn't make sense to like, because like 100% drop shipping is still like a viable thing to do, but it's more like, I don't even know. It's more like, is that something that I would want to do or be passionate with? And the answer no. The answer is no, number one. But because I look at the like the community that I'm in, the online school or whatever, and there's like, I'd say the majority of people, if not like 99.99% of people in there, are in there to drop ship some other person's product or something like that. And I could do that, but I feel like the and like there's some people that's making money too. Like some guy was like I was in a Zoom call with them, or Google Meet or whatever. They were like, how much money did you, and like they're like, how much, like, how's this product doing for you? He's like, yeah, I made 15K in revenue last month. I was like, 15K in revenue last month? 15K in a month. And I was like, shit, maybe I should be getting on like these TikTok dropshipping products. But then again, like, back to what I was saying, it's like, I'm not going to be passionate about these products. I'm going to be like, it's going to feel much more like a chore than anything else. And it's not going to feel rewarding. And I also think that to a certain extent, doing something that, taking these skills I'm learning and not applying it to something that directly contributes to the things that I want to be doing in the future, is like a expression of like a lack of faith in myself. And it's like, damn, do I really not believe myself enough that my music is going to blow up, that my clothing brand is going to blow up? Because I mean, you can make money doing anything as long as you know how to market it, right? So it's like, shit. It's more like, it's a lot like, am I focused more on the long-term happiness or the short-term happiness of what I'm going to be doing? Because granted, I don't need like $15,000 to start a clothing brand. I don't need $15,000 to start marketing my music either. But it would also make it easier. What a tough crossroads. But I mean, I think the main thing, I feel like is just, well, before I left from New York, I still had a lot of things I needed to do in terms of like my routine. As you know, there's documents that I read every morning, or at the very least try to. Just building up the system that like I need to have in order to allow myself to not only move away from these bad habits, but also to build up good new ones, right? Like staying focused on the things that I need to stay focused on. And some of the things that like these good habits that I have like been plotting on but haven't actually been able to execute. For example, lucid dreaming. I've been talking about like wanting to do lucid dreaming strategy that I have for a minute, since April. Actually, since way before April. But and like I've been off and on with it, much more off than on. And like in the whole month of May, I didn't do it. And it's like, it's just not cool to have things that I want to do and then just not do them. And especially like another thing that I need to add into my routine is is questioning and evaluating myself daily and seeing what I did right, what I did wrong, and like noting exactly how I can improve. And not only that, but then the next day looking back and be like, okay, this is what happened yesterday, this is what went wrong, and this is how I can change that. Like just actively monitoring and continuously optimizing my own behavior and recognizing the behaviors that are going to make it easier for me to continuously focus on things that I want to focus on in the future. I talked about this with my friends when I was hanging out with them yesterday, or not yesterday, 2 days ago. And I mean, shit, in a lot of ways they feel the same way as me, where it's like I just gotta lock in on like what's important to me, so you can take over the world, because the world is yours, but you gotta be brave enough to take it. And I mean, shit, I'm 21, but I mean, that's no excuse. Didn't Alexander the Great conquer like half the world at like 16 years old? Let me look it up. Alexander. Timeline of events. Yeah, I know you can't see it, but I wanna bury you in the ground. From age 13 to 16, Alexander is tortured by one of the greatest intellectual figures of Western history. Tutored. I was like, tortured. I was like, shit. I was like, shit, he got tortured from age 13 to age 16. I was like, damn, no wonder this thing became fucking legendary, but yeah, the crazy backstory. Okay. Phew. Alright, yeah, he gets he gets tutored by Aristotle. Okay. Alexander also shows military abilities at a young age. At age 16, he is left in charge of Macedonia during Philip's attack on Byzantium and protects the kingdom from local rivals. At age 18, he leads a successful cavalry charge against the elite fighting force known as the Sacred Band of Thebes, helping his father win a battle against the Greek allied states. Philip is assassinated in 336. Alexander becomes king at age 20, inheriting his father's military forces. He kills his rivals to protect his throne and subdues the Greek states. They agree to supply troops for the planned war against Persia. Okay. Crossing the Dardanelles into Persia, Alexander defeats King Darius III and the Grantius River. Alright, whatever. Damn. But then in 323, after a short illness, Alexander dies in Babylon. He is not named a successor, and his empire rapidly splits into warring factions. Eventually, several of his former generals established their own kingdoms. Dang. Oh, dang. Shit. I wonder what age he died at. Like, I probably could figure it out, but the point being young does not mean that I have to wait hella years for me to pop my shit off. And I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Right? And I don't think you should settle for that either. And like I was saying in my last video, which honestly didn't get a lot of views and kind of made me mad. No, I'm playing. But yeah, we don't have a whole lot of time left, just like with whatever. Because things aren't going to stay the same. And I don't think we should count on the international safety net and like international relative peace that we are experiencing right now, and as well as like societal peace, given like all the stuff that's happening with climate change and just like all the stuff that's happening in the earth right now, you know what I mean? Anyway, I mean, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to make a video this Sunday because I didn't want to just not do a video every Sunday, because I mean, I've gotten pretty good at it, and I've posted a lot of videos, so I'm pretty proud. And the 63 view one, like, that's awesome. It's actually awesome. 63 people saw me or like whatever, and they're like, I'm gonna click on this video, a new era begins. And then they saw a couple people were commenting. They were like, oh my god. They're like, oh my god, this guy's got potential, and they can see it. So these early viewers, like, thank y'all, because I know. Give me like 2 years. Give me 2 years here. Let me show you what I can do. No, I'm playing with you. Give me a year and a half. So let me show you what I can do. Then again, I gotta stop talking about it and just start doing it. But yeah, it requires like daily studying of like actual like content strategies. But now I feel like I've learned a lot. And one of my teachers just posted a new module on my membership thingy. When I bury you in my sound, I wanna drink the red from a pretty pink face. I mean, yeah, it's like 9:30 right now. But oh wait, yeah, he uploaded modules. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I got music to make as well. My dad have music to make as well. So music, YouTube, and clothing. Those will be my 3 main hustles. I rock with that. I honestly rock with that. And of course, these things are gonna compound over time. But I have to do it. Like, it's dead ass up to me. Like, just all the things that I've been receiving in my life is that it's up to me and the time is now. Yeah. And that means that there's no more time for there's not really time for me to be watching YouTube for hours a day or anything like that. And I've been doing a pretty good job, like throughout the second half of May. I'd say I did a pretty good job of, yeah, let's do a little monthly retrospective on my habits and everything like that. Now, the most consistent I've been with, I'd say 100% is with YouTube and content creation. Ironically, given that I'm trying so hard to do it, like, I've been doing pretty good at it. So if anything, that's like a hopeful sign for the future that I'll be able to continue to do this as long as I stay motivated and accurately self-reward myself. You know what I mean? Another thing, yeah, I was able to get a bunch of paper clips, and I've started more actively rewarding myself, like I was saying, putting like a couple paper clips in, because I realized that, like, in the middle of junior year, I started getting stingy with like how many paper clips I would put in for a certain thing, and I was like really limiting myself, and I feel like that negatively impacted my motivation to do these positive habits. And not necessarily over rewarding myself. Like, I'm not gonna give myself 5 big ass paper clips just for doing one thing, right? Like, that's you're overdoing it. But just not being stingy with it, and yeah, just doing it consistently and not being stingy with it. I think those are 2 of the biggest things. But yeah, let's look at my little habit sheet. Okay, so we'll actually read out the monthly goals, and I can actually read the freaking Yeah, I'll read everything, pretty much, almost everything, because not everything is your business. All right. Here we go. So for May, my goals were to reread and make notes for the 5 a.m. Club and Atomic Habits. Additionally, the goal was to abstain from the big 3 and have high standards from self-reward, in parentheses, positive self-reward. Goal number 3 was to reread notes at least twice per week. Make at least 1 song per week. Don't watch content while I eat or have free time. Order a sample t-shirt. Get a tattoo. Regularly self-evaluate and adjust. Use cooling strategies to resist temptation. Seal my phones when not in use. Get a new bike. Sell my old bike. Change my definition of self-rewarding. And determine my pure greed audience, business message, etc., etc. Now, okay. Did I reread or make notes for the 5 a.m. Club and Atomic Habits? No. I started with Atomic Habits, but I only got like a couple chapters in, and I've honestly fallen off with that. So, okay. Abstain from the big 3, have high standards for self-reward. Now, did I manage to abstain from the big 3 the entire month? Not at all. Not at all. We smoked weed or engaged with weed 1, 2, 3, 4 days out of the whole month, which honestly that's very good. Honestly, that is very good for me. So, and if you look at like April, which I'm not going to show you because that's just way too much work right now, but way better than April. So hey, pat on the back for that. Pat on the chest rather. Pat on the chest for that. Pornography 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days out of the month. And once again, I might as well fucking look at April to compare it, right? I'm 100% certain it's way better than April. April was a crazy month. April was a crazy month. I can't even lie to you. Yeah. Well, actually, 1, 2, 3. It's not, all of it is not laid out here in an accurate way, so I'm not exactly sure. But yeah. And that's for YouTube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, better than April. So across the board on my, not only with keeping track of my habits, but also abstaining from my bad ones, we are doing much better than April. However, there, as you heard me say previously, there were the first couple of goals that I mentioned had not been completed. Rather, either in, well, whatever. They haven't been completed. Like, there's no sugarcoating it. It just did not get done in the way it was supposed to get done. And that's something I also need to do, is like having a night routine and constantly reviewing what my monthly goals are, and having both a macro focus, which is like my larger overarching like goals that go in like that spell like the order of my life, right? Like, once I reread these notes or whatever, that's going to build upon me constantly. Once I make these notes, right, and then I also start rereading them on a regular basis, the knowledge of these things that I'm reading and the lifestyle that I want to live is going to continuously like accumulate within myself, just like with any other habit. So each of these things build up to the next. So reviewing my macro focuses and my micro focuses, and where I went wrong in each of those, and the micro focuses build up to the macro ones, and the macro ones build up to like even the macro ones, the macaroni. All right. Anyway, macaroni. All right. Reread notes at least twice per week. That did not happen at all. That did not happen at all. Make at least one song per week. That, I think, honestly, well, no. I can't pretend like I have 4 songs for this month, but I did make at least like 2. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I had fallen off in music creation for a minute, and music is something that really makes me happy. So it's like, why even do something like that? Yeah. But I did make a couple songs, and I still want to make more. And I'm going to make more. Don't watch content while I have free time / eat. I don't know exactly how well I did that over the course of this month, but if I had to like anecdotally or just like offhand guess how well I did that, it was definitely at least on par with or better than the previous months in which I tried to implement this. And it wasn't really like a strict goal or like a stated goal that I wanted to do this. It was more just like something where it's like, all right, I can't keep watching this content, but now there's like good reason behind it and stuff like that. Yeah. Order sample t-shirt. I did not do that, but I'm actually about to do that the next moment I get money. Spend a lot of money in New York. Pockets are hurting, to say the least. No, let me stop. Never me, bro. Never me, bro. It's pure greed. Come on now. Pockets are never hurting. That's the one thing I'll never say. Anyway. Get a tattoo. Also didn't happen. We need money. Regularly self-evaluate and adjust. I wouldn't say regularly, but we're making an effort to reach there. Using cooling strategies to resist temptation. Honestly, granted that today is I think today is day 14. Hold on. The 30th, let's say 13, 14, 15. Wait. 13, 14, 15. Wait, am I tripping? 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, today is day 16 of no pornography. Can we get a clap it up? Can we get a clap it up? Clap for the key, clap for the key, clap. Alright. Now, my last streak, longest streak of no pornography was 13 days. And I was ended on May 4th. So this is the longest I've gone for a minute. Honestly, let's throw some paper clips in there for that, because congratulations. Congratulations. As some of you may know, this has been a long-term battle, so you gotta reward yourself when you can. I'm gonna throw 4 in there, honestly. This is real. This is real. Good fucking job. Thank you, buddy. This is when I would have a this is when I would make out with myself. Alright, let me stop. I don't even know why I said that. But look. we have officially reached part 1 of the truth, and we are on our way to paradise. Symbolic? I think so. Symbolic? I think so. And one thing I realized as well is that in this like era of distraction and just like with regards to like my own personal journey, I feel like not that I'm not, I don't want to say that I'm ahead of my peers, but I've definitely become way more well versed in the realm, I guess, or genre of self-improvement, I feel like, than some of my other peers. Or at the very least, not to say that like I'm better than them, like, oh, I know how to improve, because as you know, I'm still struggling. Even while I'm growing, I'm still struggling. Like, nothing is going to be easy. Everything is hard as fuck in the start, messy in the middle, but beautiful at the end, right? So like, I know that, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm superior to them at all, because I'm not. Everyone's got their own journey. I'm not them, they're not me, so it makes sense we're not doing the same shit, right? But it's more just like an expression of gratitude that this is something that I've been doing for so long, and something that is important to me, so I want to keep doing this shit. That's all I had to say about that. For goals, using cooling strategies to resist temptation, I'd say yeah, like I'd say 50%. Obviously it's not perfect, but like I said, you gotta get better over time. You just gotta keep doing it. Sealing my phones are not in use. Honestly, I have not been sealing my phones as much in May. I definitely still do it from time to time. But yeah, I think doing it in the morning is very important as well, like just for sure. But yeah, I mean, definitely stuff I want to do more, so take note of this. I'm saying me take note of this, not you. You don't gotta take no shit. You're just here for the ride, to be honest. But honestly, if you guys are like trying to do your, obviously everyone's on their own journey of self-improvement, and if you want to improve, which I'm assuming you do, because most things harmonize, people that me doing self-improvement content I guess you could say, I'm a content creator. Let me not do that. Let me like dispel those air quotes I just did. As a content creator, the stuff that I produce is going to attract people that naturally want to do the same thing, right? So if you are like going through your own stuff, share it in the comments. Like, I love getting the comments that I do get, and then I be replying to them. I reply to all, you know what I'm saying? And with this last video, I'm kind of letting the fame get to my head a little bit. Let me stop. But you know, it definitely be cool, and like, people have been supporting me in the comments, especially Andrew. Shouts out to my boy Andrew. I know other people watch this as well. I don't know who exactly. It's kind of a bit of a scary proposition to not know who exactly is watching you, but I mean, hey, I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I mean, if you're going through something too, share it. Maybe I could drop some knowledge with you, or maybe not drop knowledge on you, but share knowledge with you. Anyway, other goals: get a new bike. I did do that. I got fleeced. But I actually repaired my old bike, so it's like I have a new bike again. So it's like, boom, sell old bike. And honestly, now that my new bike, I realized that I don't want it. I've been getting a lot of messages to sell it, but today I was just like, nah, I feel it, because I just got back to the state. Like, I'm not gonna be, everybody, hella people messaging me like, hey, is this still available? Like, bro, can you relax? But yeah, I should respond to them. So but yeah, change my definition of self-rewarding. I suppose so, yeah. I've definitely come to a more concrete understanding that although, yeah, 100%, I've come to a more concrete understanding that despite the fact that my older habits, such as pornography, marijuana, freaking YouTube, like, while they're pleasurable, I can't use these things, but I at the very least cannot use these things as a reward for doing good things, because I don't know, I'm just in like the rhythm of, or I think, yeah, because I mean, I've had like a phone since I was 13, and I've been watching YouTube since I was 13, well, not even, since I was 5, right? And marijuana, I've been smoking that since freaking end of freshman year of college. I mean, I've only been smoking weed since I turned 21. I only do legal stuff, guys. Yeah, no, just for like all serious purposes though, like for like legal purposes, when I talk about smoking, like all those old videos, that's just me joking and trying to seem cool. I'm not even kidding. I only started smoking since I turned 21. Yeah, just to clarify, just in case anyone was confused. And you should not do drugs ever. Anyway, but yeah, I can't do these bad things and use it as a reward. Like, I can't be like, oh, I made 3 songs today, let's go jerk off. No, that's not gonna happen. Cannot do that. We cannot be doing that, because I can't have the positive and negative mixing like that. You know what I mean? There's always gonna be a little bit of negative within the positive, but if it's something, well, since it's something that I control, I'm not gonna just invite that into my life and invite more long-term unhappiness when I could be just building up my long-term happiness, you know? So I'd say, yeah, I got that done a little bit. Determine pure greed's audience, business message, etc., etc. Well, I didn't like have a session where I sat down and was like, okay, this is what's gonna be, this is how it's gonna, this is what it is, whatever, right? I generally already know like what my brand is going to be, and the topics that's going to mainly focus on, the niche that it's in specifically, and the sentiments that the clothing itself expresses, right? Definitely recently, I realized that a lot more young people feel the same way that I do. So this is something that I'm going to need to get on. This is something I need to get on like soon. Like, not even playing. Like, the next time I get like a big influx of money, I'm literally going to get sample t-shirts, start fucking marketing this shit. And I have to do it on a consistent basis. The biggest thing this month is consistency. It's consistency in abstaining from my bad habits, and consistency in building up my daily good ones, and just the routine. Because a lot during this month, especially after I moved, I was like just sort of lackadaisical on the whole thing, and that's not what I want to be anymore. And I know that there's so much more out there for me and the people that I care about, and the only way to get that is to control myself. You know, you can only control the world by controlling the internal. You, me. When I say you, I mean me. I can only get to where I want to be by controlling myself, and then using myself as a tool to get the things that I want out of the universe. And although this has definitely been a period of my life that has been, it's had ups and downs, you know what I mean? Just internally speaking. I know that it's like the training era. Like, you think Tanjiro fucking just started fighting demons after like having a nice ass life? No, whole family got slaughtered. Then he got to go train in the woods, almost got killed several times. Almost, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was not easy for him. And every person that has reached great success has also faced great adversity in equal proportion. So it's like, you know what I mean? Except for people who have like rich ass parents, and then they're like, "Here, son, have this company," and they're like, "Okay, dad," and they just go do cocaine or whatever. It's like, okay, well, listen, no grudge against you necessarily, but anyway. Now, let's read through. Let's look at my other habits that I wanted to do. I put make a song on here. I don't think that's like something that I want to have on my next one. Like, granted, making songs is something that I love doing, but it was just filling up space on the habit sheet that was not cool. It just wasn't worth it. Stealing phones is also a habit that I have on here. Granted, not a thing that I need to really have on this habit sheet. It's not something I need to be checking off every day. It's more something I need to just be doing on a more automatic basis. And because I also take my phones out of the thing, because I use my phone at least once per day, probably more than that, like eventually, right? So if I just like highlight it or shade in the box, it's like, I don't know, it doesn't really do anything. So that's definitely not going to be there. No content while eating / at home. That was definitely a good one. I stopped keeping up with it on like the 15th though. So definitely I want to do that. I definitely want to do that in this month coming up. Mild, which is my lucid dreaming strategy. I didn't do that at all. Which is fucked up. Like, honestly. Self-analysis. Okay, yeah, I didn't do that either. I say because it's more like, oh shit, I also remember that I need to do this. Like, this is like something that I need to add. It's like more the daily self-questioning that I was talking about. Like the night routine, like asking myself like, hey, did I get everything that I wanted to do done today? And if I did, like, and if I didn't, like, how can I improve, you know? Shit like that. Reading or taking notes. Yeah, I did that. I barely tracked that, and I barely did it as well. Reading in general, honestly, I feel like feel like we did not need that either, because a lot during the earlier stages of the month I was just reading like this nonfiction book, and granted, like, it was a cool book, the Gone series. I don't know if you ever read it. Definitely recommend it, but it's long, and I would wake up in the morning, and then the first thing I would do is just read. I'm like, bro, the first thing you do in the morning is exactly how the rest of your day is going to pan out. So whether I wake up and I watch YouTube, or if I wake up and jerk off, or if I wake up and read, either way, like, just searching for that dopamine hit, even if it's in something like that I wouldn't necessarily call like a negative thing, such as reading. If it's not like boosting me towards the future, it's boosting me towards the past, you know, or just keeping me stagnant just in my growth. So there's that. Gym, oof. Not a lot, let me tell you. Not a lot. Not cool. Another thing here is scheduling my day. I didn't do that very much either. Meditating, also not a lot. Waking up at 5 a.m. So literally, I think once. Crazy coming from me, right? And the morning routine, I did that like more than the other ones for sure, like significantly more. But I mean, yeah, I remember when I first started this, like May 1st, it was like 3% of the way done, and then now it's 100% done. Now we're in June, so time isn't gonna stop going. The world isn't gonna stop constantly changing, and if there's a time to chase your dreams, now is the time. But I mean that more for me than you, to be honest. I don't really care about your dreams. No, I actually do. I hope you do reach your dreams for real. And I'm excited to see where my hair grows. As you can see, when I got retwisted the first time, if you noticed, all the real Nasan baller videos or viewers, like, there was nothing hanging down from my face. But look, this one, it's kind of long. I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff happening here. And soon I'm gonna have so much hair I won't even know what to do. You know what I mean? Yeah, damn, 41 minutes? What was I even talking about this whole time? Well, hey, whatever. Whatever. Not to sound like Squidward, but whatever. Alright, just being weird. Yeah, what am I gonna do now? Well, first, I should do my Duolingo. Then I need to, like, organize myself. I sort of just came home and I just, like, didn't do anything. As you can see, there's still some of my stuff up there from freaking that I just, like, unpacked. Gotta respond to some of these Facebook motherfuckers too. I'll go to bed at like, what time am I gonna go to bed? She told me to put my heart in a bag, and a body gets hurt. I'm trying to run from your love, not fast, I'm making you worse. Now I'm digging up the grave on my past. I'm a whole nother person. It's a gift and a curse. Alright, I'm not doing any more singing on this channel. You have to pay for that. You at least have to go stream my music. Yeah. But I'm so excited to start releasing music. Seriously. Even though I said I was not gonna keep talking about this shit. 43 minutes is crazy though. I guess I had a lot to talk about. But I mean, that's like the May retrospective, I guess. I mean, I'm 21 years old now. I have a beard now. I guess that means I'm a man, right? Shit, honestly, I can get a gun, I can get weed, I can get alcohol, I can do anything. I can vote, I can drive a car. Debatable. You know what I'm saying? But more than anything else, I can control my own destiny. That's all I gotta do. I'm not gonna edit this a lot, as you know. I don't really do that. But once I start making I gotta decide what day of the week I want to do these freaking, what do you call it, these videos, and how I'm gonna edit them. Or not more like not how I'm gonna edit them, but because I know how to edit. Like, I can edit. I'm an editor. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool that I have that skill on the low. It happens, bro. Because I've been editing for a minute, ever since freaking I started uploading YouTube videos in 2020. Fucking Santa banged my mom on Christmas. Even though it didn't happen. Let me just say that right now. But yeah, I've been editing for a minute. So it's cool that skill's built itself up. And I'm so excited to see what other habits are going to build themselves up in this upcoming month. You know what I mean? I'm excited to be consistent. I'm excited to do it all. And I hope you are too. I mean, shit. If I get rich and then you see me, you're like, man, he really was... we were really down there with him, man. I wish I could do it. I'm like, shit, you had the chance. So, hey, I can lift you up if you come work with me. Then you'll be a slave at my microgreens farm. Let me stop. I don't fuck with slavery. Not at all. Even the brand new age capitalist version where it's like, hey, you're a slave, but we just pay you $70 per hour. How about that? Oh, how much is housing? $1,000. How are you gonna pay for it? We don't give a fuck. That's the new age we live in. Anyway, regardless. Yeah, I mean, 45-minute video. Not a whole lot more to say, but I definitely do have a lot of things that I could like analyze in videos that like would just be super cool. So I'm excited. I am excited. I just gotta move smart. That's all it is. But hey, thank you for sticking around. If you watched the end of the video, congratulations. You won a special prize. Another video. But yeah, that's all I gotta say.